Welcome to Our Home, Your Holiday. I'm your host, Yentl Lu. Travel day can be exhausting. You've got to carry your suitcases and make every checkpoint throughout the airport. But there are unsung heroes out there that are carrying an extra bag with life from the island to give them a second chance. The Aruba airport is typically a busy place. At departures, it is generally filled with tourists traveling home after vacationing in Aruba. In a sea of passengers, there are also visitors of the island who are carrying an extra something for an incredibly good cause. The special helpers are known as Animal Rescue Flight Volunteers. Denise and Ron Butcher work closely with the Luna Foundation to transport puppies off the island. Winnie and Shelby are their 11th and 12th puppies they are taking back to their hometown of New England. One may think being a flight volunteer is a hassle and tedious, but according to these two very experienced transporters, it is a seamless process.
The transition is very simple. You become a flight volunteer, you fill out a simple application. If they have dogs that are under 20 pounds ready to go to some state, then they'll contact you. They meet you here at the airport. They make the arrangements with the airlines. All you do is take them through customs. You bring them to the terminal. You bring them on the plane with you, and then you get them to your destination, and they meet you. If we're not keeping the dogs, then the foster or the adoptive parents meet you right at baggage claim at your airport, and they take possession of their dog.
Wonderful experience for even us. I mean, every time we do it, it's a great thing.
It's the best day of your life to adopt a dog from Luna Foundation. You're going to get multiple years of happiness with that dog, and it's going to bring love and joy, unconditional.
These dogs have been to the vet yesterday or the day before. They're all checked out. They're all microchipped. They've had their first shots. I mean, they're ready to go.
Right.
Bea Leba is Luna Foundation's volunteer for the Butcher's trip. With any animal transport she handles, she will accompany the flight volunteers and puppies through the airport. Inside, she waits in line with Denise and Ron, plus Winnie and Shelby, until they get called to the airline counter. Volunteers from the foundation, such as Bea Leba, are present and available for any support the tourists traveling with the puppies may need, and they are there to answer any questions the airline agents may have. She is even along for the trip through customs. You'll notice Bea Leba is holding onto a Ziploc bag. This trusty bag is secured with everything the travelers will need for the pups on travel day.
The original papers, a toy, there's a nylon bone to chew in it, a collar, a water bowl, some wipes, some pee-pee pads, garbage bag and gloves.
So everything. Everything that you need. Aruba is overwhelmed with dogs. Flight volunteers help immensely to alleviate the overpopulation. Every animal leaving the island goes to a home ready to care for a new pet, and if a home isn't secured yet, according to Ron and Denise, it takes a maximum of 7 days in their hometown until a new family takes the dog in for good. For volunteers of animal foundations, taking the dogs to the airport and saying goodbye is a great feeling.
It's good to help them. If you see them when you pick them up out of the bushes and they're terrified, and now you bring them to the airport and they're happy dogs. So that's good.
Zoe is the founder of Luna Foundation. She says it is their job to prepare everything for the puppy departure from A to Z, so minimal effort is required from the rescue volunteers.
To be a flight volunteer, people would think, oh, that's a hassle. It's not. All you got to do is sign up. Sign up and show up. We do everything. We make sure the paperwork is done. We pay the airline ticket. It costs you nothing but puppy snuggles. So we meet you at the airport. We walk with you to the counter. We walk with you till customs. You walk in with the puppy. You go through customs with it, which is also smooth. They just got to make sure the puppies are clean. They check their health certificate, and that's it. Your whole trip, you pull attention. You're like an attention magnet because the puppy draws attention. By them drawing attention, that's the flight volunteers' moment to promote the different foundation. It doesn't only have to be Luna. We have 7 foundations on the island. Encourage people to go on any rescue page and sign up to be a flight volunteer. You save a life. It gives you a good feeling. Who doesn't love puppy snuggles?
Ron and Denise are repeat visitors of Aruba. They've been coming to the island twice a year for 6 years. They do a lot more than transport the animals. Every time they vacation here, they roll up their sleeves and contribute to this one happy island.
Rod and Denise have been with us for 4+ years. They're not tourists for us anymore, they're family. In their vacation, they always come to our sanctuary and they work their butts off in the sun and they're filthy after. They help us clean, and when it's time to leave, they always take a puppy or two if we have them. We're forever grateful. They bring us supplies, bags full of supplies. So they know what we need, whether it's toys, collars, leashes, beds. They always ask, what do we need, so that they can bring it to us.
Like Zoe said, if you want to become a flight volunteer, all you have to do is sign up and show up. Go to luna-aruba.com to fill in an application and head over to their Facebook page to see what they do year-round. I am standing in downtown St. Nicholas in front of this beautiful mural. Not only is this a stunning masterpiece, but everything painted on here has a special meaning and representation of the One Happy Island, including the artist himself. Before we get into the intricate details of this stunning masterpiece, let's get to know the artist behind it. Armando Goedgedrag grew up in St. Nicholas and his father used to work at the refinery. Armando recalls finding interest in drawing at the very young age of 2. He continued to pursue his passion, but it was an event sponsored by the Aruba Tourism Authority that really altered his mindset on his craft.
So when Aruba Art Fair came to Aruba, they invited a lot of international artists, and that led to inspiring the locals. A lot of people don't know how much impact that had to the local artists, especially the young ones, I'm included. They showed us that you can actually paint on giant walls, and specifically with spray cans, but also with the paintbrush. So that inspired me a lot, and I thought it was impossible. I didn't know this existed. So it was really a big eye-opening thing.
The Aruba Art Fair brings artists from around the world and gives local talent the opportunity to join forces with the international guests for masterpieces to be created. The annual 3-day event is a lively one that attracts residents of the island as well as tourists. The fair offers up a platform for all various types of art forms, from painting to music, fashion, tattoos, and so much more. At its core though, the fair means so much more than just a fun time. As Armando is a prime example, the Aruba Art Fair exposed him to new techniques and new opportunities as an artist. Most importantly, it gave him a new perspective.
About 2017, I started seeing the international artists come from outside Aruba here during the art fair, and that's where I discovered the large murals. And I was always painting small on canvas, and from the moment that I saw the big paintings, I was like, wow, imagine a big turtle or a big owl or something else huge on the wall. But I was very afraid, and it gave me a lot of anxiety. But Tito Bolivar from Aruba Art Fair kept motivating me every year to just start, and eventually I did. And the result was really amazing. When I saw it finished, it did something with me that it's nice to see the big result.
Before the introduction of the fair 5 years ago, there was a misconception about murals. Local artists now celebrate big artwork on walls.
So before Aruba Art Fair, I wasn't exposed to murals. And I do think it's mainly because it's not a known thing in Aruba. It's often when people talk about murals, they think graffiti. It's not like beautiful work. That was something really challenging for many of us, that when you say, yeah, I want to do a mural, and then immediately think, yeah, you're going to do a gangster or a graffiti design on the wall, but that's actually not what we do.
One of the goals of the Aruba Art Fair is to bring life to abandoned buildings and to create Instagrammable moments. Perhaps this would drive new businesses to the area and attract tourists and locals alike to this part of town. On the next episode, we will take a detailed look at this incredible work of art by Armando. Here's a quick sneak peek.
My favorite part of the mural, I thought it was going to be the Ruby Topaz, the red hummingbird. but I think the parrotfish definitely stole the show because of the colors. They have something very nice. I like turquoise colors with the blue and the purple and blending into the orange, so it's definitely something I love.
The Aruba Art Fair takes place on November 4th, 5th, and 6th. Head over to their website for more information. There are so many beautiful islands around the world. There are so many different places that people can choose to travel to. But year after year, after year after year, we have tourists that choose Aruba time and time again. Let's find out why. This one happy island has one of the highest repeat visitor rates in the Caribbean. Joe Picorni is from New York. For 16 years, Joe and his wife have chosen Aruba to travel to every year for twice a year. As an experienced traveler, there are things about this destination that sets it apart from the rest.
Well, we've cruised for many, many, many years and visited a lot of different islands. When we came to Aruba, we just loved it. I mean, everything that we like to do is here for us. The food is fantastic. It's so easy to get around. I rent a car every time I come here. We love the places, the hotels, the beaches are beautiful, the water is fantastic, and the weather, of course, is great. I mean, it's got everything we want. It's relaxing, it's calm, it's pleasant. People are very, very friendly. We just enjoy it. We come twice a year at least.
Joe used to prefer cruises, but one stop in Aruba made up their minds, and they are land people now, and they've never looked back.
No, we haven't cruised in probably 16 years since we've been coming to Aruba.
The friendly faces in Aruba stand out to Joe time and time again. It's been echoed by many, but truly, the team members within the hospitality industry on the island matter, and they are one of the main reasons as to why Aruba has such a high repeat visitor rate.
I think it's because it's very easy to get around. It's comfortable. The people have always been very, very, very friendly. We used to go to Manchego, and from year to year, the person knew my name as soon as I walked into the lobby. It's so friendly. It's really, really, really lovely.
Again and again, Aruba attracts people to come back.
Every year, Aruba, the other vacations are like ski vacations. Sand, walking every day, great restaurants, people are nice.
We were last year also here, and we want to have some quiet because we are very tired. And we were here and we said, oh, this is so beautiful. We are a lot of countries, but this is so nice. We come back this year because we like it a lot. The beach, the sea, the weather, the people, everything here.
I've been here coming for, I don't know, 25 plus years. Long timer here. Enjoy the beach, the sun, the breeze. I'm not a mountain person. I like to surf. I got to be near water.
It is absolutely incredible that vacationers have endless options to choose from when deciding upon where to take their next trip. Yet time and time again, not one time, not two times, but as you heard in the story, too many times to count, they select Aruba. This one happy island must be doing something right. Speaking of doing something right in hospitality, let's head to the Brownstone. Running the kitchen here is Dennis Yachmain. Good food and feasts have been central to the chef's life for as long as he could remember. His upbringing set the foundation for where he stands in the kitchen today. Developing a great palate at an early age is a big contributing factor to his career.
I come down from a family, half Belgium, half Dutch. And both of my families, they go down a long way as foodies. So from the big muscle parties when I was little, to large Christmas dinners, to large parties with birthdays and stuff. So my first training would be stirring soup when I was 4-year-old with my grandmother.
As his culinary profession progressed, Dennis trained alongside chefs who learned firsthand from Michelin star restaurants. Let's head inside the kitchen to see him in action. Chef Dennis works with the freshest seafood at the Brownstone.
So you can always tell, it's nice fish. The eyes are really shiny, beautiful color on the inside also. And I'll just fill in for you. Snapper is always a bit of a tricky thing to do because he's used things here, so this is not for the faint-hearted, how do you say it?
The ingredients at this restaurant are as authentic as it gets.
Well, it is we get them from local fishermen. This one's come from a Mr. Andrew. Andrew's an urban guy, and sometimes he just passes by on his bike with a box of fishes. It's a wonderful thing. We have a lot of local, nice products, you know, Snapper is one of them. Of course, we get other stuff, we get flown in also, but it's wonderful, you know, to work always with local products.
He is about to turn up the heat, ladies and gentlemen, switching gears over to another popular seafood dish at the Brownstone.
So we're making a traditional brownstone dish. It's called the coconut shrimps, which is we sauteed our shrimps, some sesame oil, we have some onions, some some bell pepper, some piña that we cut fresh, and then afterwards we deglaze it with some coconut rum, and we add our pineapple cream sauce.
Good thing you guys are watching because the chef is giving us all kinds of secrets, like this one.
Always use good fish sauce, not the one with the fishes on it. This is the one.
The Brownstone offers a big menu, from weekly specials to oysters, tapas, and so much more. The ribs here are a must-try, and different flavors are offered, such as barbecue smoked honey, Korean glaze, and Cajun dry rub. Mark your calendars, Saturdays are all-you-can-eat ribs. On Monday nights, they offer fish and chips. Chef says in every step of crafting the dish, the kitchen team at the Brownstone always goes that extra step.
So it's just a little extra step, putting our limes on the grill, extra flavor, and there we go.
Chef gives his team in the kitchen all the recognition for its success, but the amount of respect and love for one another is the true hero in this case. We were about to wrap and call it quits for the day when Chef asked,
"Do you want to take a picture of the kitchen team?" Yeah, my boys deserve it.
Dennis is immensely proud of his team in the kitchen, and he's not afraid to show it.
We work very, 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 very hard. Now we're preparing now for the high season. It's coming, I think, next month. So my chef are preparing us to make out dishes like this, beautiful, and to make the people happy.
They are working. They're eager to work. I push them sometimes to just a bit too far maybe, but they're eager. They're learning. And they're fun. This is my family, huh? This is a family kitchen. It's not because it's beyond colleagues. So it's yeah. I'm lucky. Call him Alarma Secreta. He's my secret weapon. Any chef should never mess with his dishwasher. This guy is the beating heart of the kitchen. It's not me, it's him. True. ¿Feliz con los platos o no?
Sí, muy feliz con los platos. Todo bien, todo bonito.
That's good. I mean, he's happy. If he's happy, we're happy. So that's important.
I do love the fact that when we were done filming for the day and about to wrap, the chef insisted that we incorporate more of his team members into the story. For more information on the Brownstone, make sure to head over to their website. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Our Home Your Holiday for on-demand access on full episodes. As well, we post individual stories as well. If you have story ideas, feel free to email at ourhomeyourholiday@gmail.com. We also share on social media, so follow along. We'll see you there. Why wait? We share behind-the-scenes footage in real time on all the stories we do. Follow along on Instagram and TikTok at Our Home Your Holiday. Here's what you've been missing. Different versions of TikToks and Instagram Reels are posted for all of the stories. Bistecci is a typical Aruban breakfast. Let's go inside the stand at Moco to explore how it all goes down. You can find a line at this stand every morning. This place has been around for 15 years, and trust me when I say their customers are hoping that they don't go anywhere. Of course, there's many different kinds of bisteccis. For the full story on this and for full episodes, make sure to follow Our Home Your Holiday on Instagram and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Zoe Loofstock has been an avid kite surfer for over 10 years. She's now an instructor. Kiting means so much more to her than just a sport. It's a lifestyle. She's ingrained in the kite surfing culture, and it's freeing.
connected to the elements, you're connected to the wind, to the water, and also the sense of community. When you go kiting, you see your friends kiting, and you're like, hey, here you go. You kite to Arashi together and back, and that's a really nice feeling.
Follow Our Home Your Holiday on TikTok and Instagram for more on-location content. You know the hot sauce that you love? You know which one I'm talking about. Hot Delight Gourmet Hot Sauce. We are here today at the Madame Jeanette Farm and at the Papaya Farm to learn more. You may know it best as Papaya Pica. Do you want to know the secret to their delicious hot sauce? Well, it's taking the stems out of every one of these little Madame Jeanette peppers. It's a local Aruban family recipe passed down from generation to generation. The product originated here, produced here, and bottled here. Who says brunch has to be on a Saturday or a Sunday? What about an elevated brunch experience? I'm about to dive into this, and you can too. The this that I'm referring to is this beautifully crafted dessert with an amazing story behind it. Chef Kel took me on a behind-the-scenes tour of their 4-course luxury brunch offered at Senses Fine Dining. On top of the freshest ingredients, the best part is you no longer have to wait for the weekend for brunch. This is offered on Mondays and Fridays with carefully selected wines. And this story on the dessert is amazing. These bad boys may have originated from China, but trust me, you can find it here in Aruba, on the beach, at a party, even at bars. Now let's find out what makes these little stones so fun. Let's shuffle up and draw. The game of dominoes is very popular on the island, but depending on where you're from, you play a different version. Of course, there's the Aruban way, but also a Dominican way and many others. One of the guys said, the most beautiful thing about dominoes is that it's a universal language and it brings people together. For more on this story, follow at Our Home Your Holiday on Instagram and subscribe to YouTube. Really excited about the show. The mission and the goal is to bridge the gap between locals and tourists. It's not news, I want to make that clear. Okay. All the topics are evergreen, meaning they're relatable today, but they're also relatable a year from now. So I really just dive deep into the local culture of Aruba, but putting kind of a modern, fresh spin on it. This is my 3rd time living here. I went to school here when I was little. I was a young adult, I lived here, and now I'm a mom and I'm here. So I kind of take all the experiences that I've had. You can even catch bloopers like this one on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. Wow. Grab your phone now and hit follow on TikTok and Instagram at Our Home Your Holiday. Plus, subscribe to YouTube for on-demand access for full episodes.